Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for reaching out to the show. It's great, man.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah,
Pleasure to be here.
I dig your vibe. I like the fact you guys are just hitting the ground running, so it's great. It's great to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Lovely. Nice
Cheers.
to meet you too. Yeah. I'll just
So
drink my glass.
before we get into this release, I want to know, 4 years ago we were all wrapping our heads around this pandemic, and it really was a shifter for all of us. How did you get through that time period, and how did you all subsequently meet and begin this venture as a band?
Well, actually, most of us were in college together doing a jazz and like contemporary music degree. It's actually a sister degree of the Berklee College over in the States.
Yeah.
But so seven of us did that of the eight, and then Annalise was over in Brazil. I mean, you can handle Annalise in a sec, but basically, like we were all studying remotely. It was pretty grim, to be honest. Doing a performance degree over Zoom. Yeah, it was a pretty bad time to be a musician studying in college, and there was no gigs to get your practice in or anything. It was literally just sit at home, have your iReel open and your charts and play, and not playing with real people, just the tracks. So it was a weird time, but in some ways it makes us more thankful for the gigging opportunities now and the opportunity to work together. But yeah, it was a strange time. Do you want to talk about your time, Annalise?
Yeah. So I moved to Ireland actually 2 months before the pandemic. So to me, it was like, yay, I'm going to a different country and experience new things. And no, you're not. So I came to Ireland to pursue music. I have a degree in vocals from in Brazil. And I came here to kind of do music full time, and then pandemic hit, and it was just like, oh my God, what are we gonna do now? I don't know anybody. I, like what to do. So I kind of waited, and it was a very, very dark period for me, especially like I think mental health wise. It was for everybody, but
Yeah.
to me, I think I couldn't even touch music for a while. Like I got in contact with some of my friends, they are producers back in Brazil, and they're like, no, let's do stuff. Let's keep working. And they would send me tracks, and I was just like, I cannot write, So like I didn't write for the first, I think, 3 years of me being here. So came here in 2020, didn't write anything up until 2023, the beginning of 2023. And then I started kind of writing for those tracks that my friends were sending to me. And I was like, okay, so maybe I can do something. And then I joined BIM, which is it's a music college here, but it doesn't focus on jazz. It focuses on commercial music. I didn't even know that jazz school existed here. So, so I started that and got some contacts there with an amazing singer called Cubana, and she was organizing like a gig for jazz artists, R&B, neo soul. This is something that Dublin didn't have, so she was kind of started the whole jazz and R&B neo soul scene. And I sang in one of, I think, the first event that she put on. And then I met Andrea, which was the previous sax player for Lavery. And she kind of put the band together. Like she decided to go to Germany to pursue a master's. But then she was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you as gifts my friends." And then the lads kind of joined the project. It was from the and Kaylin left. But it was great because they all knew each other. They were friends, so kind of obviously it contributes to the band having that synergy and that kind of playing together more fun, and I think we communicate with each other super, super well musically and like outside of music as well. So it's a dream come true, honestly. And then we've been together since so this formation has been together since August last year. So we're not even a year together, and like it's crazy the amount of stuff that we've done and the things that we produced and written. So yeah, that's kind of it.
So your debut EP, What I Want, is out. How does that feel? How does it feel to see all of this materialize and turn into an album? And you're in festivals, there's shows. How does all of this feel right now?
Yeah, I think it's a bit surreal at the moment. Like I've done my fair share of the Irish festivals and stuff, but with way more sort of commercial music, kind of, pop stuff. But yeah, it was my first time really doing like the big jazz festivals. We've got one. I'm not sure if we're actually allowed to say what it is yet, but we have one a nice big European jazz festival coming up, and that's crazy to me. I did not think we'd be here yet at all. And even the fact that we recorded that stuff in December, that was like 6 months old as a band, and having that stuff written and arranged in time to go up and do that is really bizarre to me, and I'm shocked how it turned out because it could have been 50-50, but no, it was. We went up and we actually we had a great engineer, Sean Sweeney, and he just like knew exactly what he was doing and kind of produced the whole thing for us, and he like yeah basically it was just really nice working environment, and we were able to kind of get something that I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah, I think that to me it's surreal because like I was always in the margins of being a professional musician. And that feeling of like I almost made it so many times. And now being able to do this with my friends, and having a voice in what we're doing and just creating incredible music together is just I can't even like sometimes like I'm from Brazil. Imagine like that. We had a tour and we went to cities in England and I was like, how on earth is this happening? So it's humbling. Like it's just I don't even have words to be honest. Like it's just the best thing I could have experienced, I think.
So talk to me a little bit about, let's say you come to Kansas City and you did a live show. How would you convince people to come see you? What would you say to have them come?
Ooh, that is a good question.
That is a great
Um,
question. Yeah.
yeah, that's tough. I'm not overly sure, to be honest. I think we'd have to just really like, I think, well, we'd have to find a venue that would suit us, obviously, and push. I think I mean, we were reasonably commercial in our music. I mean, it definitely has a lot of jazz elements in it, but the songs have, definitely like neo soul pop influences as well, and I think that can be pretty easy for people to latch on to. So I think you'd have to you can kind of dig into that and push it
Mm.
that way. And then, you've got your hardcore jazz people that you can kind of be like, look, there's a few long form solos and weird time signatures and this stuff. So don't be afraid. It's not completely generic stuff.
I think it's
Um
a happy medium, like
hmm,
of hardcore jazz people in the sense that like we do have some weird chord progressions. We have three songs in one most of the times, but it's also like very relatable in the sense that the lyrics are, I think, it's not like overly difficult. I try to write in a way that people would relate to the song, and I think that when the pop influences come in. And I think vocalist being like a woman vocalist is kind of a rarity these days when it comes to like jazz, like we have some solo performers that are absolutely fantastic, but we don't have a band that has a female vocalist. So I think this could also be like let's say a selling point. And it's very like there's bossa nova in the things that we do. There's a little bit of samba. So I also bring a little bit of Brazil with me inside the band. So I think that it's such a brew of cultures and backgrounds, and it's so different. I wouldn't. I don't think I would be able to categorize what we do into just one thing.
Yeah,
So I think that our song is for the curious mind.
yeah.
Like
A bit of crack agus kill as well. You know, leading to the Irish thing maybe.
True.
So
That
if
might
anyone
help.
wants to pick up this album, learn about live shows, anything about you guys, where's the best place to go?
Probably the website or the Instagram. So the Instagram is weare_Lavery. It's Lavery, and the website is wearelavery.com. Yeah, that gives you all the information you really need, and then the EP is on all the major streaming platforms. So whatever you're using, it's on it basically.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking time out today. Good luck with everything. This is a great story. Keep on doing the good work. I appreciate it.
Thank you
Lovely.
so much
Cheers,
for
Joe. Thanks
having
very
us.
much.
Yeah, you bet.